On today's video, I'm gonna cover the top 7 reasons you should move to Longmont, Colorado. Yo, beautiful people, thank you so much for stopping by the channel. We are gonna jump right into the top 7 reasons you should consider moving to Longmont, Colorado. And the first one is going to be, this place is located in the best area you could possibly be located. Why? Because you're close to all the awesome stuff, all right?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Longmont is about 40 miles northwest of Denver, and it's about a 45-minute drive right to downtown Denver. If you want to go enjoy a Broncos game or a concert, anything like that, it is a quick drive. Now, if you're out enjoying a concert or a Broncos game or doing something in the city, if you're driving back after peak traffic hours, it only takes you about 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, shoot down to Denver, have a fantastic time, and you're right back home here in the beautiful town of Longmont. Now, we are northeast of Boulder by about 15 miles and south to Fort Collins about 30 miles. Now, Boulder has got some incredible hikes. Obviously, you've heard of Boulder, Colorado before. Now, there are things about Boulder that honestly, I don't really like.
You serious?
You know, the parking situation is one of them. The university, it's just full of people. You drive 15 minutes down the road. Longmont is peaceful, it's quiet, and you can still get out to go do all the things that you want to do in Boulder. Now, one of the other areas that it's close to is Fort Collins. Now, Fort Collins is about 30 miles down I-25. Once again, you can go take advantage of everything that the larger metropolitan areas of Denver and Fort Collins offer you without being in the mix of that craziness. Now, one of the other best parts about this location is we are close to the foothills of the mountains. So if you're hunting, recreation, adventure, hiking, biking, all of those things, whitewater rafting, let me tell you what, you are close to the Rocky Mountain National Park, which is about 30 miles west up Highway 66. And you are also about 45 minutes away from Eldora Ski Resort, which is a great local spot. It's kind of where all the locals go, but it's within 3 hours. Longmont is within 3 hours of Winter Park, Vail, Breckenridge, and Copper Mountain. So you have the world's best skiing at your fingertips, about 2.5 hours to any of those places. So as you can see, Longmont is close enough to everything that you're gonna go want to do without having the larger metropolitan areas impact or negatively impact your life. I'm sorry, but a ton of people and having to find parking and dealing with all that stuff is not for me, which is why we live in Longmont. Now, whether you are relocating for a career, just a change of pace, maybe your children are going to college in Fort Collins or Boulder or Denver, relocating is a deeply personal thing. And I know because I relocated to this wonderful area 3 years ago. My wife and I love it, so I've been where you're at. What I want you to do is text or call me or email me, reach out to me. I'm just here to support you, give you my knowledge of the area and what me and my family have experienced taking on that relocation process ourselves. I get text messages and emails from people just like you every day. So take your fingers, drop a comment, shoot me a text. I would absolutely love to connect with you. Coming in at number 2 on the list is Longmont has everything that you need and nothing that you don't. Longmont has done a great job of balancing our love for the outdoors, nature, and green space with a desire to have local shops, shopping centers, malls, restaurants, breweries. We have everything here, and all the BS that you don't need is in Denver and Fort Collins. One of our favorite places to go is actually called Village at the Peaks, which is an outdoor mall located right off Hover Street here in Longmont, Colorado. There is shopping, there are restaurants, breweries, all of these things, and it's anchored by the Regis Cinemas and Whole Foods right there in Village at the Peaks. Now, Village at the Peaks has a unique outdoor area. There's a little waterfall, a park for the kids to play at. There's fire pits everywhere because they want to bring people and families together. They also host some really amazing events. They have a summer concert series. Last year, my wife and I went to every single one of them except for one. I don't even know why we didn't go. Well, we should have, because it's a blast. There's vendors, there's other families, the kids play, everybody listens to music and has a fantastic time. Now, Longmont also offers a charming downtown area right here on Main Street. Now, the Main Street is comprised of, again, there's shopping, restaurants, bars, breweries, things to go do for your kids. There's little art displays. They also put on some great community events, and I've said community events several times because Longmont is actually a community. People love to get together and have a great time. And if you're not having a great time and you might need some medical support, Longmont has 2 hospitals right inside city limits, and the latest being UC Health Hospital, which is a state-of-the-art medical facility built in 2019. You also have, which is right in the middle of town, is Centura Hospital, Longmont United Hospital, which again is easy access. So if you're out having a good time and something happens, it's no big deal because you're going to be close to a state-of-the-art medical center. And if you know anything about Colorado, you know that this is a beer lover's paradise. Longmont is no different. With a list of 12 local breweries and growing, this is a great place.
Just for you guys right here, we're in downtown Longmont. This is a great place. You got all the things right over there that you're gonna see in and throughout this community. Ooh. Oh, this is a fantastic place right there too. So we are right here in front of Quarters right here. This is gonna be a place where you're gonna wanna go have a drink and enjoy some of the entertainment. That is one of the funnest spots to be right down there.
Now, some of my favorite breweries are Oscar Blues, Left Hand, and the Pump House.
Right over here is actually gonna be one of my favorite places to go. That right there is called the Pump House. They've got some great beer and some great things right over there for you.
And interestingly enough, the Pump House is my daughter's favorite place to go. She's 5.5. I took her on a date last week. I said, Waverly, where do you want to go? And her reply sunk my heart a little bit because she's like, Daddy, I want to go to the Pump House. My 5.5-year-old daughter wanting to go to a brewery. Why is the question? Because the atmosphere is awesome, and she let me know that the reason she likes to go is because the macaroni and cheese is top notch. It's also served with a side of mandarin oranges and an Oreo cookie. Put that in your book. Now, you take all of the local breweries and local craft microbreweries and you pair that with a budding culinary scene, you have a recipe for success and fun because you can go eat, drink, and have a blast hanging out and enjoying the beautiful weather right here in Longmont, Colorado. Now, the culinary scene here in Longmont is growing, and there are restaurants and chefs representing different cultures throughout the world, and you get that right here in the little small town of Longmont. Now, I say small, but Longmont has a population of about 100,000 people. So once again, you have enough people here to have community, you have enough businesses to offer you fun and exciting things to do, and enough restaurants for you to go out and explore the different culinary experiences Longmont has to offer. Now, less exciting but still important is the fact that Longmont has at least 8 grocery stores. This number is gonna continue to grow along with the town. And it has everything that you need. There's a Lowe's, a Home Depot, a Best Buy, a Dick's Sporting Goods, Whole Foods. You don't need to leave the town to go anywhere because Longmont is gonna have all of that wrapped up right here within 15 minutes driving of anywhere in town. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we've got a Sam's Club and Costco just opened up their doors. We have a brand new Costco in town. And let me tell you what, you know that you are getting old When you get excited when Costco comes to town, because previously we would have to drive about 30 minutes towards Denver or up the road to Fort Collins to go to Costco, and now we just drive across town. It's big, it's beautiful, gas prices are low, and it just adds to what Longmont has to offer you. Coming in at number 3 is Longmont is an outdoor lover's paradise. If you are looking to get outdoors, be active, this is the place to be. It is hands down one of the best parts of living in Longmont is experiencing the great outdoors. Now there's 35 different parks with playgrounds and things for you and the family and the kids to go out and enjoy. We have the largest park, which is Sandstone Ranch, which is on the east side of town. It covers over 300 acres of parks, complete with multiple soccer fields, baseball diamonds, football fields. There's a park for the kids to actually run around and play in, and it's one of our favorites. And also right next to the park is a skate park. This is like a mecca for things to do. You pack a lunch, you pack some kids stuff, and you head out there for the day, and it is a blast. It's also located right next to some hiking and biking trails, which you're not gonna go too far in Colorado and not find a little trail off this way. You can go explore those areas, and once again, it's all about being outdoors. You look up and you've got beautiful views of the Rocky Mountains. Now, in sticking with Longmont's beautiful integration with the nature, Longmont has 2 large bodies of water. The first one is going to be McIntosh Lake, and the second one is going to be Union Reservoir. Now, I want to go through and explain some of the intricacies of these 2 bodies of water because it's important for you to know. I live about 3 blocks from McIntosh Lake. We take the kids there a couple days a week. We are not a family that picks our kids up from the school and goes home. We are a family that picks our kids up from school and goes and enjoys the beautiful outdoors. And we love to do that at McIntosh Lake. Now, McIntosh Lake allows small watercraft, non-motorized watercraft, paddleboards, rafts, tubes. You can put little fishing vessels on there. You can go fishing from the shoreline. The only thing is that there's no motors on the lake, and it says no swimming. Well, I find that kind of interesting because when you fall off of your paddleboard, guess what? You go swimming. So the city and town is kind of used to that. We do want to respect the nature, but at the same time, falling in the water a little bit is just gonna be okay. Now, if you're talking about what to do with your kids in the area, there are 2 parks. The Pirate Park, located on the left side of McIntosh Lake, and what we call the Sand Park, located on the other. There is also a 3.5-mile bike trail or walking trail that goes all the way around McIntosh Lake, so you can enjoy the beauty of the Rocky Mountains reflecting off the lake. It honestly, we go there 2 or 3 days a week. It is fantastic. On the other side of town, you have got Union Reservoir. Now, at Union Reservoir, you can have boats and motorized recreational vehicles. You can paddleboard, you can swim. There's an awesome beach there full of sand for you to sit down, enjoy a book, enjoy the warmth in the sun on your skin, possibly a beverage of your choice, and take in the warm sun, let your kids play, or I see tons of people out there fishing. So these are 2 key recreational factors right here in Longmont. And now the third, which we as well take advantage of, and everybody should, is the St. Verian River. Now that flows all the way through Longmont, and Longmont has done an amazing job at recreating this natural waterway into something that is going to be fun and usable for the whole family. What they've done is they've diverted some of the water. They've taken in and set up rocks in certain areas to create little tiny rapids. And what you do is you put your tube in at the front of the river, and you can tube all the way down this nature/man enhanced river, and there's deep swimming pools, and you take your tube down, you float down. It's free, and it's right in the middle of town. Again, nature lovers paradise right here in Longmont, Colorado. Now, having said all of these things, Longmont will keep you outside, enjoying the beautiful parks, waterways, lakes, hiking, biking, and breweries. And if that's something that you're all about, drop me a comment and let me know what you would do right here in Longmont. Now, coming in at number 4 is going to be the fact that Longmont is more affordable than other areas right along the Front Range. Mainly, it's going to be a little bit less expensive than homes that you're going to find in the outskirts of Denver. It's going to be significantly more affordable than being in Boulder, and it is still one of the best places to be, and it's worth every single penny. As far as affordability goes, a good rule of thumb is that the further you are away from the Rocky Mountains, the more affordable real estate is, because people find it less desirable because they've got to drive 30 or 20 minutes to the mountains. So affordability, if you're looking for something that is going to be more affordable, Longmont's going to be the place for you. If you're looking to get more affordable, you just continue across I-25 and you're going to be looking in the Firestone, Frederick, and Dacono area. All of those areas are great, but in comparison, they're newer developments, newer towns, as to where Longmont has been here for 151 years. It's an established older community with deep-rooted relationships in business and community.
Now, coming in at number 5 on the list is Longmont has its own gigabyte, that's right, gigabyte fiber optic internet service that is publicly owned by the city of Longmont. So there's no Comcast or anything like that, in subpar internet speeds. Now, this works out fantastic if you are working from home, you're working with large files, video editing, contractors, engineers, things like that, and even the gamers are gonna have a blast enjoying the gigabyte internet provided by Nextlight right here at Longmont Utilities. It is definitely rated one of the best internets in the country, and you get that right here in the town of Longmont. Now we're gonna go from gigabyte internet service to wagging tails, because coming in at number 6 is Longmont is incredibly dog friendly. When you go to a restaurant, you are gonna see people sitting there with their dogs. Of course, outdoors, your dog is gonna get served water before the waitress comes and takes your order for your drinks. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, but my dog definitely likes it. No joke. If you go anywhere, you are gonna see people out with their 4-legged friends, walking, bike riding, shopping. Go to Home Depot and tell me you don't see dogs. Restaurants now, because of COVID, all have outdoor seating. So if you're all about the 4-legged creatures, Longmont is definitely gonna be a place for you. If you are a little bit skittish around dogs or just flat out don't like them, you are going to see a lot of them in pretty much any social setting here in Longmont. So if that's something you don't like, you may want to look somewhere else. Topping off my list, coming in at number 7, is that Longmont is a community. Through and through. You are gonna meet people here that are gonna support you, that are going to enrich your life. Everything that you could possibly think of here in this community, which takes people, which takes communication, which takes work, which takes effort. And the people here are people that do it. Longmont is 151 years old, unlike some of the newer developments and newer communities such as Firestone, Frederick, Berthoud, and Meade. They're newer and upcoming. You have a well-rooted community right here in Longmont, Colorado. And that is one of the absolute best parts about living here, is that you will find people that will deeply connect with you. If you have family and children, they're gonna want to invite you to the park. If you're into gaming, you're gonna find people in the gaming communities. If you're into drinking beer and want to go to the local breweries and microbreweries, watch the Nuggets game or the Avalanche, you are going to just fit in perfect right here. And the community is something that I wasn't 100% prepared for, because it has positively impacted my life and impacted the lives of other people that I've helped relocate right here to Longmont, Colorado. Beautiful people, thank you so much for joining me. If you got value out of this video, smash that like button, leave me a comment, and remember, my phone number is gonna pop up right here. I get text messages and emails and phone calls from people just like you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.